pen. Clunk enough people and we'll have a nation of lumpheads.
And now, back to the Big Dumb Fun Show.
If you've got answers, we've got questions. Give us a call, 888-832-7561. Be live on the air Mondays, 7 to 10 p.m. Central Standard Time the rest of the week. Leave us a random-ass voicemail message. We might play it on the air.
Stop what you're doing right now and get online. Go to victorandpenny.com to find out some more information about the current guests that we have in studio. We have Jeff Freling over there. Hello. And you should just
wave to no one.
say you wave to nobody. And luckily, this is somewhat of a TV radio show type thing going on, so you're not too much of an idiot. But if it was radio, total idiot right there.
I brought my radio face.
And then Erin McGrane also joining us in studio as well. They make up Victor and Penny. I would assume, Jeff, you play the role of Victor during the show, and Erin with Penny.
Yes.
And they're going to be at the Uptown Arts Bar this Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Do not be late, because they got to be out of there at 9:30.
Yes, that's right.
But they're going to be, the opener is going to be Foes of Folly, a band that you've had no experience with, but it could be a nice genre blend type thing going on.
They
at the,
come
at the
highly
Arts Bar.
recommended.
Yes, that's right.
Highly
I think they have
recommended.
banjos and stuff.
Yeah. So the ukulele is what you're hearing in the background, which is kind of a unique sound for today's music. Not a lot of the rap artists sampling the ukulele nowadays.
Well, unless they're
yet.
sampling stepping on it or something.
But it is one of those kind of unique sounds from the, and I was talking during the break that I'm a huge, like a Boardwalk Empire fan, which is all 1929, and now into the 30s. And so they'll sample some of these, really old tracks, whatever, and there is something very, special about that genre of music. You have an album out now that they can purchase off of your website, victorandpenny.com. You can also check out some of the videos from your performances that you've had as well. See if I can get this up on the webcam up there as well.
We have to have 2 albums out. That's
What?
That's the newest one right there.
You're doing double duty on us now?
Yes.
That's right.
That's the new one, and then
This is the latest?
yep, that's the latest.
Side by side, Victor and Penny, songs for kids of all ages, even the ones that were lived through the 20s.
Yeah.
Do you get old folks that come to your shows and just
Oh, yeah.
oh man,
Oh, my
this
God.
is really, really great?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, this literally, this is our demographic. I mean, we have, of course, people that were around at that time, and older folks, and then like kids too, just love what we're doing. So.
Well, and
Like little
these are
kids.
electric guitars, like the
Yeah.
jazz guitar that you play, and the ukulele. Is it electric as well?
Yeah. Well, it has a pickup in it.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And so you're kind of adding that electric feel to
Yeah,
kind of an
definitely.
older sound, which is really great.
And there's also a resurgence in the swing community, too. So we find that we're playing a lot of swing shows. And the tour that we're getting ready to take at the beginning of December, when we're joining Johnny Boyd on the West Coast tour, we'll be opening up for him for 8 dates. Those are all swing dates. So there's, especially on the West Coast, there's a big swing revival. So there's a lot of college-age kids that are getting back into this music as well. It's been really, really interesting. We didn't know that.
Was it like
when we
Yeah, how
started.
did you guys start this where you're like, you know what? It's 2012 here, 2013.
Read the Wall Street
You were
Journal
like,
every
I
day
think
and
that
looked at all
maybe
the pie
we should,
charts.
you know what? What's really going to
Swing is coming
Yeah,
back.
they're throwing all the way
According
back
to
to
my
the 20s.
calculations. Yes.
I have this great idea. Let's quit our jobs and play in a ukulele duel.
Just
across
focus
the
on
United
swing.
States.
This is
Yeah.
bound to
It's gonna be-
work.
this is
I'm
gonna-
putting my money
Yeah,
on
it's
this.
like,
Penny.
forget that Blue Man Group stuff.
Yeah, screw that.
Yeah. So we really wanted to do a project together, and my dad gave me his ukulele. The ukulele I play was his. He bought it in 1952 in Bremerhaven, Germany, when he was stationed there in the Navy. And so he gave it to me, and I started to play it. And we started to think about songs that we knew in common, stuff we could do together. He'd been listening to a lot of Django Reinhardt, and I sang in an a cappella trio, a women's trio. And we did a lot of music from the 30s, and we found that we knew a whole bunch of these songs
In
together.
common.
You
yeah.
just
Yeah.
happen to know
We
these
did.
songs.
And the thing is that there's so much of that music from the 20s and the 30s and the 40s. They're such well-written melodies. They just never grow old. They're endlessly, you can improvise over the top of those melodies over and over and over. They're just incredibly well-written, harmonically, sonically beautiful songs. And so that's what hooked us, really.
What I think
That's
is
what
odd,
started.
looking at some of the videos of your live performances, is that you're totally just completely painted in blue. Now, is that something that you bring to the show? Okay, no, you're not.
You're on a
not
different
completely-
website, my friend.
Oh, sorry. Whoops. But when you're
And that's
talking,
No, but
Actually
when you
me.
dress up kind of in a period piece.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We do. We think it shows respect for our audience and for ourselves too. It's just.
Is it tough to find get up like that? Do you get to hit out the antique stores, or are you making some of that
For
yourself?
me, it seems to be. I don't know.
Yeah, I have more luck than you
Yeah,
do.
you have
Though
cooler
you
stuff.
did just get gifted 3 awesome ties,
Yeah.
and then before that 2 other ties. So some
Yeah.
people have
It's like
started.
the old skinny ties.
Sending you
Well,
stuff.
the wide ties from like the 30s.
Oh, the
and
really
40s.
wide,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it was like it went from
Yes.
wide to super skinny.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
In about 15 years.
Yeah.
So it's like just. But yeah, people do like to send Jeff awesome vintage ties. Hint, hint. So that.
Yeah, if somebody's got some, they're cleaning out some closets. You
Yeah,
got
if you're-
some dead relatives
Just
there. That
Put them in
you
a
could-
box and take them down to the Uptown Arts Bar
Not
on
the relatives.
Wednesday.
Not the
Ties.
relatives.
Yeah,
The
not
ties.
To
the
the
right.
tie.
Just
Well,
like the
if the
ties and
relative is
whatnot.
wearing the tie, bring it.
just take that on there. Let's talk about some of your more highbrow stuff. We touched on it right at the end of the last segment, but you're going to be like headlining the big event over at the Kauffman Center on New Year's Eve. How do you get that gig?
Oh, great
Because
question.
we want that next year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
No,
we'll
I'm
recommend you.
Yeah, we're going to start
Please.
working on our 20s music here.
Well,
We're going to do 20s radio. Oh, well, thanks for tuning in.
Well, we're going to be.
Victor and Penny coming back on the Big Dumb Fun Show.
That's it.
That's awesome. Well, we're going to be the hosts of the inaugural New Year's Eve party at the Kauffman Center for the Performing Arts. So we'll be the hosts throughout the evening, and we'll perform 3 different times. We get to perform in each hall, which is just really an honor. So.
Oh, that's huge. The Kauffman
is.
Center, for the folks not involved or not in the Kansas City area, is kind of modeled off the Sydney Opera House
Yes.
in Australia. And it's one of the latest, in fact, the last big addition to complete the downtown entertainment power and light kind of a thing that they've got going on
Convention
over there.
center.
And it's a super nice
Oh,
place.
it's a world.
This is a huge deal for you. I mean, this is
Yeah. It
is,
really
yeah.
big.
Well, their idea was that they wanted to celebrate this. They wanted this to be Kansas City's party, and they wanted to celebrate in iconic style. So we're kind of starting the evening with this kind of 20s, 30s classic Kansas City Paris of the Plains, back when we were Paris of the Plains. But they've also got Vintage Trouble that's doing like 50s, 60s kind of
soul,
rock and roll
yeah,
soul thing.
yeah.
They've got Govinda, they've got Earworm the DJ, they've got Dave Stevens,
Dave
which
Stevens
is kind
band
of
doing
40s
big band stuff.
They've,
Yeah.
So they've really got and then of course Quixotic is doing the ball drop at midnight. So,
Oh, wow.
And then there'll be DJ party from DJ Earworm, who's a national DJ. So they're really trying to present
Just the full
a
gamut.
wide-
Black Tie
yeah.
Affair, and you guys. I mean,
Yeah.
And
you
the
guys are so
tickets-
great.
Oh, well, thank
How
you.
much are the tickets?
Well, the tickets range from $95 all the way up to
It range from I can't
$1,000.
afford it to I
Billion.
really
Yeah.
can't afford it.
Yeah.
though.
Well, but it's all food.
What's the
and drinks
track number
included.
we're going to listen to on this one?
That's going to be Rickshaw Chase. You see that one on there?
Number
this-
3,
this
Victor.
is-
No.
VictorandPenny.com. Guys, thanks for joining us tonight on the Big Dumb Fun Show.
Oh,
Appreciate
thank
it.
you.
Thank you.
Does that sound right?
That's it.